In January 2021, I gave myself an insane challenge. Build an RPG where the world never ends, not a survival game, not a sandbox, a procedural RPG with quests, dungeons, bosses, progression, and pets that actually fight alongside you. I wanted to build all of it alone. Wildaria. An infinite world sounds simple, but you realize you're not actually building the world, you're building a machine that has to build the world for you. So it takes a lot longer than you'd expect. And doing it alone, well, not completely. I had this little guy. The first enemy I added to the game was a piglet. Early on, I realized I didn't want animals to just be collectibles. I wanted them to be the reason you explored. You find a creature in the world, you tame it, take it with you, which meant I needed to figure out how taming would actually work. My first idea was simple: feed the animal, hope you get lucky. It was basically a random chance, no skill involved, so I cut it. Then I tried a Guitar Hero style timing bar. I hit the button at the right moment, except pets don't have frets. Then I thought about how animals are tamed in real life, and a lasso came to mind. I built a projectile lasso that could attach to an animal, you pull it in, and it looked cool. There was a tiny problem, though. You could just walk straight up to the animal and throw the lasso and win. Not exactly a challenge. So then I started thinking about my favorite fishing minigame in Stardew Valley. The fish moves and you have to follow it, you have to react. So what if taming worked the same way, but the pet would move around a shrinking bubble, and instead of pressing a button, you had to physically track it while moving around the pet. Stay on the pet, the bubble shrinks, lose track of it, and the whole thing pops. That became the bubble lasso, and for the first time, taming felt earned. I finally had the core mechanic. Now I just needed a world big enough to use it in. But there was a problem. An infinite world with nothing to do isn't an RPG, so I had to start filling it. First came villages, then ruins and dungeons, procedurally generated corridors and rooms and puzzles, boss arenas, and then we come to the animal gods. The boar god, Aura the orangutan. I wanted the gods to feel like they belong to a mythology, not just big enemies with more health. The boar god, for example, gets a second phase where it screams for reinforcements and boars burrow up from under the arena floor. Then came Divoros, a two-headed snakepede that chases you around the arena like a giant game of Snake, until it splits into two separate serpent heads at half health. Suddenly, this infinite procedural world had things worth finding. I could keep adding features forever, but at some point, people needed to play the game to make it better. So I brought on a marketing agency, and for the first time, Wildaria wasn't just me and our grassroots community. They helped get Wildaria into festivals posted by IGN, Indie Games Hub, and then
I slayed a mini boss.
Holy XP! The goose! Get level! Get a second!
that's the Yogscast. They're playing my game, and they're actually having fun. I've watched these guys for 15 years, so seeing them play something I made is completely surreal. When I started Wildaria, I never imagined I'd see this, and now you actually can play it. Wildaria is available to wishlist on Steam now. Early access will launch in the early October.